Andrew, last time we chatted, we were in Telford. That fight was pretty quick, to say the least. This time, are you hoping to get a little bit more action, a couple more punches thrown here and there?
Yeah, I'm hoping to get a few rounds out of the fella. He's meant to be tough, you know. He's went the distance in the past, hasn't he? You know, as been stated, has been stated quite a lot, to be honest with you. But it's not me who's in front of him. So we'll see. Hoping to get a few rounds out of him, but I wouldn't be surprised if I land something early on and get him out of there. You know what I mean?
Your opponent last time fought Dennis McCann, a up-and-coming fighter, really highly thought in many circles. Have you been able to watch that, see what he's about?
Seen 30 seconds of it, to be honest, mate. But there's not much you can take away from it because, as I say again, it's not me in front of him. Do you know what I mean? So you can't take much away from it. You've got two fellas who are full of adrenaline and about to go into a fight. No one knows what's going to happen. All that I can do is be prepared for any scenario, which I am.
Have you been preparing in the gym to go full 10 rounds? What have you been working on certain areas of your game that you think that you haven't been able to really approach in fights? Maybe you say, I need to work a bit more my stamina because I don't get to work on it much in a fight. Have you been approaching it that kind of style?
Don't really think of it like that, to be honest with you, mate. We just box, you know what I mean? We just do our job, which is what we do every day, day in, day out. And we always train for 10 rounds. You know, we don't go into these fights expecting to stop people, you know what I mean? We just go in, be ourselves, and 8 times out of 9 have stopped them, do you know what I mean? And it'll be 9 times out of 10 come Friday. But, you know, that's just me being confident. That's not me expecting anything. That's me knowing my abilities and knowing what I'm capable of. And as long as I go in and execute what I'm capable of, then I don't think the fella's going to last the 10 rounds. You know what I mean?
Your chief support to a fighter in your division, you've got as well Liam Davis, who had a bit of back and forths at Telford. You've got Jason Cunningham. I mean, your division's very alive at the moment. Are you looking at your division saying, you know what, I'm the best of this lot, I can beat any of them? Or do you want to take your time, build up the rankings, and then start facing these kind of level of opponents?
I'm ready for these level of opponents now, and I always have been since I was a kid. But as I say again now, what I've said before on the other interviews, my plan originally was to fight at bantamweight. And I was meant to fight Davies at bantam, then it got changed, said he couldn't make bantam no more, so we said, Sam, we'll do it at super bantam. And then he's withdrawn from the fight, so now I've got a belt at super bantam. When I'll fight any of these fellas, and I'll be grateful for this opportunity against any of them. But ideally, I want to be at bantam, and I want to get as many belts as I can at bantam, and then have the option to be able to move up to super bantam. You know what I mean? Rather than move up to super bantam straight away, and then the option of bantam sort of took away because you'd have to get on the weights and have to size up a little bit where I'm walking around quite light, so I could make bantam. Do you know what I mean? So really, it'd be stupid of me to not make bantam while I can. Do you know what I mean?
For you then, will you approach your fight this way and then go to bantamweight again, or are you just going to see what comes and just see what your managers and your promoters bring in front of you?
Ideally, mate, yeah. Ideally, I'll be going down and challenging for the title at bantam next. But this is not an ideal world that we live in, is it? You know, so sometimes we'll take what the opportunities come. We'll sit down, we'll discuss, and we'll go from there.
Having said that, Liam Davis will be fighting Mark Leach, headlining at Telford. How do you see that fight going? Do you think it's going to be an easy fight for Leach, that he can box and move like he did against Bork? Do you give Davis a chance?
I haven't seen much of either of them, to be honest with you. Obviously, I've boxed Davies in the amateurs, but I haven't watched none of his pro career, so I don't know, mate. I don't. What's the point in me watching it? You know what I mean? What am I going to take away from watching that? All I need to do is be me, turn up and fight the way that I know I can, and I've got the beating of any of these fellas. I know I have, and if I didn't know that, I'm in the wrong game. You know what I mean?
The sporting scene in your city of Liverpool right now, you know, you've got Liverpool Football Club fighting for 4 titles. You've got Paddy Molly and Darren Till running the UFC. You had Liam Smith fight Anthony Fowler, have sold out Echo Arena, M&S Bank Arena. The Everton Red Triangle Gym keeps on winning as well. Do you guys want to be, you know, the top of the bills at these big events that are coming to Liverpool? Is that something that you as a gym are all saying we can get to these levels as well?
We know we can. It's not that we want to be. We're going to be. You know, we keep performing the way we have been of late. Then nothing stopping us getting there, is there? You know what I mean? Nothing at all. We normally do our shows, our amateur shows in the Glass House in Stanley Park, and I was just having a little thing to myself a couple of months ago, and I was thinking, imagine doing our show, but in the M&S Arena, like you say, and just our gym, just the Red Triangle lads, you know what I mean? It'd be unbelievable, wouldn't it?
What is the secret to your guys' success now? Is it just that you work better than anyone else? Is it just that there's something different in the water? Why you guys keep on winning at such a high level? Can you explain it to us?
To be honest with you, mate, we're doing things right. We approach boxing the proper way, and we've got a brilliant teacher in Paul Stevenson who's showing us the right things, and we're learning every day. I've been with Paul since I was 10, 11, and still to this day I'm learning every session. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of it is down to Paul. A lot of it is down to hard work, and at the moment we're bouncing off each other as well. You know, we're learning from each other, and we're just bringing each other on as we should, and we're progressing and things are moving good.
Your stablemate Nick Ball put on quite the performance at Wembley. When you watch that, were you like, you know what, that's the stage I want to be on. This is where I'm going to get to.
Yeah, most definitely. I was made up for him. It was great. I was jumping around the living room. It was a belter, but yeah, I weren't looking at it thinking that's what I want to do, because this is what's coming to me. I just need to keep winning these fights, keep coming, keep performing, and that's all coming. You know what I mean? That's all on its way to me. So even like the likes of the money and the belts and that, none of that matters. You know what I mean? All that matters is fighting, and that's all I've ever wanted to do is fight, mate. To be honest, even if I'm not in, like now as I'm growing up, but when I was younger, I used to go out looking for fights just to get the buzz what you get from it. Do you know what I mean? I love it. I've always loved it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I focus on that. Everything else comes along with it.
Your last fight, you know, it was very quick, so maybe that's why you're coming back so quickly out again. Or is this something you're deliberately targeting? I want to fight, you know, as many times possible throughout the year. Or was that because your last fight didn't go very long, you want to go again and then slowly start picking, going British title, taking your time, full camp, defence? Or do you want to be active and just keep on getting out on cards?
I want to be active as much as possible. You know, I want to put food on my family's table, don't I? But it's not down to me, mate. It's down to Frank Warren and the team. So they chose to get me out again so soon because I got a fast KO. Do you know what I mean? So normally it's not as regular as what's happened this time. But if it was up to me, it'd always be regular, because I need to change my life. You know what I mean? I need to change my life sooner rather than later. So the more fights, the better, isn't it? You know what I mean?
You're saying your next fight, you hope to get a British title. When, obviously, if you come through on Friday, when are you looking to have that? Would it be late summer, September, or do you want it, you know, when do you think that it's going to come?
Again, that's not down to me, mate. That's down to Frank and the team again. You know, I'm just waiting on the phone calls. That's all I'm waiting for. Just give me the date, the venue, and what time I need to be there, mate, and I'll be there for, doesn't really matter what belt, what opponent. It's just a chance for me to show who I am.
Do you feel, though, that you want to pressure Frank, get you guys have a fight at Liverpool with all of the Everton team on it?
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. Be a great night, wouldn't it, for all of us? But I'm not even bothered where it is neither, mate. I don't care. A ring's a ring, you know, whether it be Wembley, the M&S Arena or York Hall. I'm not arse, mate, you know what I mean? I don't care. I'll fight anywhere. A fight's a fight and a ring's a ring. So tell me where to be and I'll be there.
Going on to Friday, what is your prediction? Do you think you're going to take a few rounds until you break him down? Do you think it's going to be a quick knockout again? Do you think it may be later rounds? What are you picturing in your head?
I could probably tell you something now and I could go in, probably execute that, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to put no added pressure on myself. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to do this and then I feel like I need to do this. I'm going to go in and be me, you know, and hopefully I'm going to have a bit of fun with this fella and get a few rounds out of him, hopefully. And get a bit of experience. I've got loads of experience, but ring time is different, you know, from training in the gym and sparring and stuff like that. So I wouldn't mind a bit of ring time out of this fella, and I will be looking to stop him as I always am. You know what I mean? But I believe if I go out in a box and I be who I am, then that'll come on its own. Don't need to go looking for it.
Well, we wish you all the best of luck on Friday. Hopefully you can keep this knockout streak going, and good luck. Cheers.